Noah Syndergaard has pitched 2 innings in the last 2+ years for the New York Mets. They offered him $18 million. He took a couple $1 million more to get away from you. That's what he did to get away from you.
From me?
And now you're pissed. I don't even know who you're pissed at, but good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Hi, Evan. How you doing today, buddy?
That's a great question. I think you asked a really good one. Who are you pissed at?
Let me give you the possible answers, and go do what you got to do, right?
Go ahead.
Because I don't see why people are upset about this. I think the Mets dodged the bullet. You could be pissed at Noah Syndergaard for in a very emotional press conference a few months back saying, I can't possibly imagine myself not wearing a Met uniform next year. You could be pissed at Steve Cohen, in theory, I guess, for being outbid for the services of Noah Syndergaard. And I guess you could be pissed at Sandy Alderson for letting Noah Syndergaard go to the Angels. But I view it this way. $20 million for a guy that's given you 2 innings over the last couple of years. I don't get what you're upset about, but I'm not saying that I'm in the know because I'm not upset about it. Screw him. Screw him and his topless videos and his stupid book club. If you don't want to be here, goodbye. But you don't agree.
I don't agree. I was very, very upset when I heard this news, and I was surprised by this news. It took me by surprise because I thought, Craig, he would accept the qualifying offer.
You and that dopey Met account that I said has no credibility because they have 9 followers.
I was just making...
And they were bragging about how they made him the offer, the qualifying offer, and I've not seen a single tweet from you losers today.
I was just making an educated guess. I was wrong. I'm not that Met Twitter account. I'm just the guy.
Who is that guy?
I have no idea.
Where is that guy today?
I also thought that maybe they would work out some kind of contract separate of the qualifying offer. That didn't happen, so I was taken by surprise. But here's my issue. Tomorrow night, Zack Wheeler is a finalist for the National League Cy Young Award.
Okay. Yeah.
We spent years and years of watching Zack Wheeler develop. We watched Zack Wheeler need Tommy John surgery, Craig. We watched Zack Wheeler miss a year. We watched Zack Wheeler come back and be pretty mediocre. And then, after a while, we saw the development. And now, with a division rival, Zack Wheeler may win the Cy Young tomorrow.
Okay.
So what kills me
Are we wishing him well on that or no?
I wish him well. I don't have anything against Zack Wheeler. But you have to understand, at least my mentality, I cannot speak for every Met fan. I am sick and tired of developing somebody, watching them develop, watching their highs, their lows, and then watching them leave. For a 1-year deal, Craig, I'm not basing it on, he only threw 2 innings last year. I'm basing it on what can he do in 2022.
So who are you pissed at? Are you pissed at him?
I'm pissed at the New York Mets. Yes.
Okay. You're pissed at the Mets because they kind of got outbid because they let the Angels steal the guy?
Yeah.
Because they didn't they probably thought,
Craig,
hey, he's coming back, obviously,
No, they made a decision to not pay him the $22 million. And look, when you make the point...
Did they know that someone else out there had an interest?
Did they know?
Maybe they didn't.
What do you
they
mean
don't have
know?
a GM.
Wait a second. So they didn't get a phone call from Noah Syndergaard's agent saying, hey, by the way, he's got an offer from the Angels? Don't play the ignorant card. That didn't work. The Mets made a decision, from the information we have now, to not match the Angels' offer or not eclipse the Angels' offer. And my question to you would be, why? It's a 1-year deal, bro. They should be going over the tax anyway. So why does it matter if it's $26 million or $22 million or $19 million? They need a guy like Noah Syndergaard who's got the high ceiling of maybe reverting back to the form of 2016. Maybe. I hope so. I know it's been a while. You're not wrong when you cite he's barely pitched the last few years. You're not wrong when you talk about the shirtless pictures. I get it.
Yeah.
But Craig,
he don't want to be here.
That's different.
Right?
I'm basing it on what can he do next year. Now they have to replace him. Who are they signing? They're going to bring Stroman back on what, a 6-year deal? Are they going to sign Max Scherzer? Hey, if the answer, Craig, is they're going to give Max Scherzer a 2-year, $85 million deal, let's go.
You know what I do think is interesting about this? I guess it's a bigger picture issue, but the fact that he gets his deal done when we all think there's going to be this work stoppage for a while, it seems like the Mets got caught with their pants down from this regard. They made him the qualifying offer, and I don't know this to be factual. I'm just saying the way it appears to me, because I don't have a dog in the fight. I can make a lot of good arguments that That he ain't worth $20 whatever million a year.
Based on what, though? Last
Based
year,
on
of
the fact
course.
he hasn't pitched.
Yeah, but you
Like
pay guys.
Do you think he's a $20 million a year pitcher?
Correct. You always pay guys based on what you think they're going to do. We're projecting.
Okay.
So obviously, Noah Syndergaard basically didn't pitch the last 2 years.
So here's what
and in
I look at
2019,
it.
he wasn't that good. I agree. I'm banking that next year and the year after, Noah Syndergaard can revert to the guy from 16 or even 18.
Okay, and again, we'll find out over the course of the next 12 months because we just don't know. I mean, the Angels may have made a terrible investment. The Mets may have screwed themselves.
It's only
we
1
don't
year.
know.
But,
Right.
Craig, it's only 1 year.
But it's still $20 million.
Why does that matter?
Well,
I
it
thought
matters
that- no,
because
no,
he's maybe.
no.
Let's say he only.
Craig?
Let's say he's broken down and he sucks.
Yeah.
Let's
1
say
year.
the Mets now can repurpose that $20 million somewhere else.
But, Craig,
Right?
we're talking about, and maybe this is my fault. Maybe I should take ownership for this. I fantasized about Stevie Cohen's money.
Yes, I mean, everybody did. That's not just you. That's
so
fair.
then when you cite to me, well, what if he's broken down and terrible? My answer is it's a 1 year deal.
Who cares?
Okay, you move on.
Right.
I thought with Steve Cohen's money, we wouldn't let this happen again. Because Zack Wheeler walked out that
But
door
what
because
happened?
the Mets weren't willing to pay him. What I'm projecting.
You're hoping.
I'm hoping what?
It's hope. You want Syndergaard to go back to his 16 year?
I would say his 2016
Okay,
year
so
was
let me stop
clearly
you
his
on
best
that.
year.
And again, I'm kind of playing devil's advocate. I don't want to argue with you because I don't have a dog in the fight. But for the sake of presenting the other side of it, you're hoping that a guy returns to his form of what'll be 6 years ago. How many guys do that?
What did Zack Wheeler become?
That wasn't 6 years.
Oh, wasn't?
Well, I'm asking, was
Interesting.
it?
So 2014, Zack Wheeler was solid. He finally busted out again 4 years later in 18.
Okay.
That's a significant
For
amount
the-
of time.
Go ahead.
And then got better and better.
Yeah.
So he busts out in 18. He was okay in 19. And then the last 2 years, not with the Mets, with Philadelphia, because again, you pay people based on what you're projecting them to be. Zack Wheeler's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
I don't know.
That's a fact. And what's difficult.
That's
in
one guy, though. Maybe
But,
he's the outlier.
Craig, he's the guy the Mets just lost. And as a Met fan with an owner with billions of dollars, I don't want to be in that world anymore. I thought we were out of that world. I thought we were out of the world
So again, let me
of
ask.
allowing money to make a guy walk away when the upside is still there.
So you are mad at Steve Cohen first.
Yeah.
All right, Steve Cohen first. So Sandy second. Maybe he advised not to give him the 20 whatever million bucks, and the player last, right? But it's I'm asking. I'm just
player
trying to get
issue.
it right, Evan.
Okay. The player
Like,
issue.
how do you rank your anger? Steve Cohen
Mets.
won.
Mets.
Mets won. Whoever
Yep.
the Mets are.
Yep.
Player second.
Yeah,
Period.
look,
Two guys.
the issue with Syndergaard, and I understand there's a lot of Met fans who are actually going to agree with you, Craig. You can play devil's advocate. You're not necessarily wrong. There are going to be people who agree with you who say, what the hell's this guy done? Good riddance. And you know what? I get that. And if he never turns into the guy we expected, this will all go away. But I am fearful of watching him walk to Anaheim and become Zack Wheeler. Now, it's only a 1 year deal. So you want to fantasize how he has a great year with Anaheim and then the Mets go sign him next year?
Well, I think you have a
Sure.
bigger question you need answered. That has not been answered that I've seen. If I missed it, I apologize. Please tell me I missed it.
What?
And the question that does have to be answered is,
What?
Did he or his agent go back to the Mets?
He had to have,
But I
bro.
don't know that.
If
Because that's
no-
a different story. If they
Look.
went back to the Mets and said, listen, I got offered, what was it, $22 million from the Angels?
Right.
If you match it, I'm here because I don't want to wear a different jersey, which is what he said at that emotional press conference. I can't imagine myself.
And that's going to annoy a lot of Met fans,
You're
and I
damn
understand
right.
that.
Now, if you tell me he went back to the Mets and said, listen, I got $22 million on the table for 1 year. If you match it, I'm a Met. That's a different story.
Of course
than
they did that.
Well, we don't know that.
But Craig,
Who's his agent?
You don't think any competent agent would go back to the team who made him the qualifying offer to say, hey, listen, we got this offer on the table. Can you beat it?
I don't know if he did.
Come on.
I don't know that.
Of course, how could you not?
I like to deal in facts, Evan. It's the new me.
You starting now?
Yes, right. It's the new me. I like to deal in facts. So, Tommy, you have a job today. Get me his agent on the phone. All right, or get an answer. Did the Mets call the Mets up? Let's find out. Did the Mets have an opportunity to match or beat the offer? And if the answer is yes, then you could be angry at the Mets all you want because the Mets made the decision not to bring him back.
Well, look,
right?
The Mets made the decision to not beat
At
that contract
number.
offer.
Right.
Now, did they make a bigger offer and Noah said, no, I got to go to Anaheim?
Love to know the answer to
is
that,
it
too.
possible? Sure, it's possible.
All right, then.
But on the surface, I get that over the last 4 years, Noah Syndergaard is not worth $22 million a year. I'm not arguing that. But when you get to free agency, the decision the Yankees have to make, the decision the Mets have to make on any free agent they sign is, what are you going to do next? What are you giving me next? And I've always believed this on a one-year deal. On a one-year deal, you got nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose. If Noah Syndergaard is terrible in his first year pitching after Tommy John surgery, the way Wheeler was, which I acknowledge, Wheeler struggled his first year pitching
As
after
a lot
Tommy
of guys
John.
do, sure.
A lot of guys do. Fine. But the only risk that you're taking is the amount of money you're spending. I thought we had a billionaire owner who's going to blow past the luxury tax. And if you're not bringing Syndergaard back, my question to you would be this. Who is in this rotation? Is it a 6-year deal for Marcus Stroman?
Well, I tell you, Marcus Stroman just his request just went up. Now, here's the audio. I just want you to hear this because I think that's to be a part of the story. This is only like a month ago. This is Noah Syndergaard a month ago when talking about the possibility of not coming back.
No, I try not to visualize that. It's kind of out of my control right now. And, it'd be a tough pill to swallow not wearing the Mets jersey next year.
It'll be a tough pill to swallow not wearing a Met jersey next year. And here he is not wearing a Met jersey next year because the Angels offered him $2 million, about, right? $2 million more than what the qualifying offer was.
Right.
Woo-hoo! That means, this is how I read it.
Yeah.
That means to me, the only way this could have gone down the way it went down is that Sandy Alderson doesn't like Noah Syndergaard.
Even though he traded for Noah Syndergaard.
That's the only way I can view it, Evan.
One of his best moves was turning R.A. Dickey into basically Noah Syndergaard and Travis
Because
Darno.
here's the deal. Yeah. Here's what we know about the Mets, because their fruitless search for a baseball executive up until this Epler thing has been zeros. And we know that Sandy Alderson is making the baseball decisions and advising the owner about how to spend his money. That means, to me, Sandy Alderson told Steve Cohen he's not worth $20 million.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
That's the only way to play this.
It's a baseball decision,
So
whether it's Steve Cohen or it's Sandy Alderson. To me, it's the Mets deciding we don't want to match that. Now, one other thing Noah's done that you should be aware of is 9 days ago on Twitter, when the qualifying offer was made, he posted a GIF of, I guess it's a movie scene, I have no idea, of a guy's head in a boob.
With a guy's head in a boob?
With the guy rubbing, with the boob, rubbing
means.
the guy's hair. I'll show it to you to kind of show his qualifying offer feelings. Take a look. Take a look so you can describe it. If I didn't describe it well.
It's a man's face inside the bosom of a well-endowed woman.
Okay. And Noah said,
we all feel comfortable.
Right.
Mama.
So he described the qualifying offer as that. Now, for anyone who's pissed at Syndergaard, I know a few people are. I've texted with him. I've heard the tweets. I'm never going to get mad at somebody for taking more money to go somewhere else. Most of us would. So while I understand how Noah sounded a month ago, and I understand the tweet about the head in the bosom, if Noah Syndergaard, Craig, was offered more money to go to the Angels and the Mets never made a better offer than the qualifying offer, I'm not going to begrudge him for that. I'm sorry. Why?
Because the guy was like, I want to be a Met. I want to be a Met. It's another guy that can't handle New York. So you know what? I'd say this.
Another team offered him more.
And I have no emotion connected to this, but here's how I view it. Noah Syndergaard can go F himself. Because Noah Syndergaard has done nothing but put out topless photos of himself and has not helped the Mets win a damn game in over 2 years now. Now, I respect the work ethic it takes to come back and pitch at the major league level after the injury that he has. I do respect that because we recognize it's a long-haul return of a year for most guys and longer for some, right? But if you don't want to be a New Yorker, like a lot of guys don't want to come here, maybe Scherzer's one of them, that's a story about him, then good riddance.
He was offered more money.
Good riddance.
He was offered more money. Unless a report comes out that the Mets offered more money, you're really
that much money. It's
now you're counting someone else's money.
Yeah, because it's not that much money.
Craig, you said never count another person's money. The Angels apparently offered him $2.5 million more.
Which net's about $500,000.
Doesn't matter. It's more money.
It's not really that much more money. California taxes
So if it's
suck.
not that much money, why didn't the Mets offer more?
Listen, maybe the Mets are like, listen, we got 18 plus on the table for you. You want to be a Met? There's $18 million. Come back. Come back. Be a Met. Meet the Mets. Beat the Mets. The Mets suck, man. What do I mean to tell you? We live in a city that nobody wants to play in unless you're wearing pinstripes, and then everybody wants to come play in the Bronx. I don't know what else to tell you. I got another fish to fry today, Evan. I can't sit here for 5 hours and have you Met fans bitch and moan about a guy that's produced nothing saying no to $18 million.
You keep saying that, but I'll
because
keep
I got
repeating,
Jets and Giants
it's
stuff
not
to get
about,
to.
It's not about what a guy's produced in the last 3 years. It's projecting what a guy's going to do next year.
I don't know how any Met fan could project good things from a guy that hasn't played. I don't know how you project that.
Because guys come back from Tommy John surgery,
Not
just
all
like
of them.
Zack Wheeler, who's a finalist for the freaking Cy Young.
That's
so
one
all
guy.
of the Met
One
arms,
guy.
all of the Met arms that we cherished, Matt Harvey, Steven Matz, Noah Syndergaard, all of them.
By the way,
Zack Wheeler, not Jake, he's still here. All of them are now gone. You can't see why that's difficult to swallow?
By the way, go get Steven Matz.
I wouldn't mind bringing him back.
Bring him back. He had a good year for Toronto. Matter of fact, he went to the owners' meetings or GM meetings by himself and said, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Yeah.
But I did see that picture that everyone has been putting out on Twitter lately with the what was supposed to be, as we've seen before with this franchise, the generational arms.
Yes, and look,
and
this
there's
is
a red
not
X
as,
on all of them but
this
one.
is not as bad as Generation K from a few decades ago. But what also hit me on my car ride after I heard this news is the 15 Mets, a team I loved, a team I think a lot of people in this city loved. That team is so dead. And I know it's been dead for a couple of years, so I should have faced those facts a while ago.
Yes, you should
But
have.
it's really dead. Conforto's gone. Not that I'm going to miss him. Syndergaard's gone. I would have brought him back. Like, what's remaining from that magical year? And the answer is poor Jacob deGrom. That's it.
Listen, we'll take all your calls, 877-337-6666. We also have, I think, the greatest piece of video, which will, the audio of it, obviously, that I've come across in a long time. It is so fun listening to it. It's beyond. I can listen to it all day the rest of the day. And if it's funny every time I hear it, we will play that for you coming up. We'll get your take on Noah Syndergaard. We are knee-deep in the Rex Ryan Saleh family saga. We got that for you. We heard from the head coach of the Giants this morning on the Fan. He said nothing at all. So we'll go over that at some point today, and we'll talk to you throughout all the way up till 7 o'clock. And the new guy here, who has not yet done a single show, is already trying to flex his muscles as a full-time on-air host. It's fascinating to me what happens when people get jobs around this place. That's your buddy, Keith what is it?
Don't go after my guy, Keith McPherson.
Yeah, Keith McPherson
That's
has
my
not done
guy.
a single show,
Yeah.
has already demanded sweet tickets to Nets games. Like, dude.
That's how you want to look at it?
You took one photograph today, and you go to management saying, I'm a host, I want sweet tickets. And not just for any game, but the biggest ticket game of the year, not Nets-Knicks, which is Nets-Warriors.
No, Nets Warriors is a bigger ticket. Sorry.
I'd like a ticket in the suite, please.
Hey, how about some people on air wanting to go to games? I admire it, Craig.
It's like, what are we doing?
I admire it.
Like, your signature's not dry, and you're demanding sweet tickets? We'll get to that. We got lots to. We're going to have a lot of fun, obviously, throughout the day today. And we will commiserate with Islander fans as not a single broadcast network wants your games. Well, when you disappoint in the first month of the season, that's what happens.
Now you're really pushing my buttons. They haven't played a damn home game yet. You got your Ranger muscles on? Ooh, the Ranger muscles are out.
I know, because I can't see them either.
That's a good point.
That's all good.